A very good morning, rather, to you, Daniel, and thank you so much for joining us. So, what does this, approval of the production of our own test kits mean for the rollout of COVID-19? What does it mean for the pandemic in general?
Thank you, Morena, for welcoming me. Good morning to you and your viewers. I think this has been a marathon for us as a company and our partners, Council for Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR. But what it means is that it's a great milestone for our country. For the first time, we have a product that is registered by our regulator, that is developed locally by local scientists. So what it does is that it opens up an opportunity for local end users, pathology labs, to be able to scale up testing and to even reach other categories that were not included in the first testing criteria. Now, again, I go back to the pandemic in general. Does this aid COVID-19 and what South Africa and the health department are trying to do in terms of fighting this pandemic? Are you guys essentially adding to the resources that have been needed, or are you just adding to resources that are already there, but you're just making it better? Yes, I think it's many factors there. If you remember, in the beginning of the pandemic, all countries across the globe struggled to get access to testing, reagents and kits. So what this does is that it adds to the capacity that was already created in the country. But what it also does is that it now enables us to control our own testing, programs. It reduces reliance on imports that we heavily relied on in the beginning of the pandemic. It's part and parcel of managing the pandemic alongside vaccinations and other non-pharmaceutical interventions. What has it taken to get to this point, Daniel? What did you have to go through? I think, like any health product, one has to make sure that it complies, it is safe to be used, and it does meet all the criteria that are required by the regulators. Not only the local regulator, but the international regulator, because we have to be at the same standards as other products that are coming from overseas. So it's been, just under 12 months since we started the project with the CSIR. It's quite a lengthy one, but we managed to finish it before the actual deadline. Now, you talk about it being just under 12 months that you've started this. I would imagine as you've gone through the process, your goals have shifted in terms of why it is you even started this. Obviously, last year when you started the process, it was a matter of we don't have enough test kits. So when you got to the end goal and you were approved as CapeBio, what then became the goal when you realized that actually the health department is now producing at a faster rate the test kits, like we've got the rollout of the vaccine also going out. What is now the focus of CapeBio now that these test kits have been approved? So the pandemic is going to be with us for quite some time. We will still need to test, patients, including ordinary South Africans need to know their status. I think we head into that direction, just like what you see overseas in America, Europe. Everyone has access to testing, alongside vaccination. More importantly, this capability complements the current, efforts by the government in terms of testing and vaccination. So these two go hand in hand. So you can't have one without the other. So they must, in fact, they are, they are complementing each other in terms of managing the pandemic. So there's still a long way for us to recover from the pandemic, meaning that there's still a lot of testing that needs to happen. There's still a lot of vaccination. There's still a lot of monitoring and introducing a lot of interventions that are able to save lives. So testing is part and parcel of saving lives. If you know your status, you're able to protect others and not transferring the virus to other people. Is this CapeBio's only contribution to the fight against COVID-19, or are you guys looking to do other things? For now, we have this product that we want to roll out. Obviously, we are a research and development company, so there will be a lot of research that we are doing in the background, or any other intervention that we will announce when the time comes.
Daniel, thank you very much for joining us here on NewsLink on ENC this morning.